Rants at the Movies, a podcast where we rant about films you may have seen at house parties. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and telling fortunes via her third nipple is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
Who's got efficient nipples?
You do, my dear. You certainly do. And he's the most feared security guard in the business, 460 collars, all convicted. I hear he's even got 2 kills. It's ThatFkingGuy from ThatFkingShow.
Hello, I'm ThatFkingGuy. I'm a Kevin Smith-aholic. It's been 30 minutes since I last consumed a piece of media that he somehow created or inspired.
That might sound like an exaggeration, but I think that's fair, because as we discovered when we were chatting about doing this, I was like, yeah, I'm a pretty big Kevin Smith fan. And you were like, oh, cool, what film we do? We do this one? And I was like, oh, no, I haven't seen that one. We do this one? I haven't seen that one. Oh, I don't want to do this one. I haven't seen that one either. But basically, a massive Kevin Smith fan, up to about, what, Clerks 2?
Yeah. And even then, it's kind of dodgy.
Yeah, you don't want to do Jersey Girl. It's not really a party movie, is it?
No, but I think you were right. This is probably the most house party-esque of all.
Ironically, I actually saw Clerks at a house party at the aftermath of a New Year's Eve party. You know, when everyone's kind of like, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
People are starting to drop, and most people are heading for the sitting room because there's comfy furniture and possibly a carpet you can lie on. And somebody had put on Clerks, and that's how I saw Clerks for the first time, like in a ball on the floor.
Oh, I just randomly caught it on probably Film 4 or something one night when I was about 14 or 15. And
that's how I saw Dogma.
It blew my tiny little mind. I was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, Clerks, I saw it. I was around my sister's house because I hang around there after I left school. Essentially bumming around the place. I couldn't bum around the house that much. I went around my sister's house. It was like 12:30. Everyone gone to bed, and it's like, I just turned the Sky movies on. It's like, oh, Clerks. I've heard about this on it in Empire. It's a comedy. Yeah, okay. Expecting something laugh out loud. It's like, man, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't the same comedy you were expecting.
Yeah.
And the next week, they showed Mallrats.
Nice. Yay. Nice. Yeah, it took me a while to get to Clerks just because of it being really hard to get in Ireland. And I saw this probably just before Dogma came out in the cinema.
Dogma was banned here.
Not for long. It did get released very shortly afterwards.
There was obvious Catholic outrage.
But, yeah, saw that.
Yeah. Saw
Chasing Amy, and then saw Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back in the cinema. And then finally, when I was about 18, managed to get my hands on a copy of Clerks. And was like, yes, finally. I can get all the other references I've been missing.
So you didn't get up to Zack and Miri Make a Porno?
Nope.
Not checked that one out yet?
No, worked in the cinema when that one came out, so could have seen it for free, but was just like, nah. Like I said, I'm not a very good Kevin Smith fan. I thought I was better than I was. I'm not. I'm terrible. I like 5 of his films, apparently.
The original 5.
The usual 5, yeah, probably.
Yeah, everyone likes the first 5, and after that it's kind of, yeah. Do you like Jersey Girl? Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
Red State?
Saw about half of it.
Yeah, that's the one that sort of went under the radar. No one. Tusk, all you need to see is half of it.
No, haven't seen any of Tusk.
Oh man, that has its fans, because I've done a podcast. I think it's the only movie I've reviewed. I'll put that in quote marks, because the person, we said we reviewed it, and the person listened to the podcast who was like a fan said, oh, you didn't review it, you just talked about it and said what you thought about it. And it's like, I'm pretty sure that's a review. And they didn't like the fact we were kind of slating it a little bit, because it's half a good movie. It's a good mini film, and then Johnny Depp turns up and does his meth head acting, and yeah, it's embarrassing.
You're not really selling me on it.
No, I have heard very good things about Justin Long in it, but
yeah.
I don't know, once Kevin Smith kind of got involved with like Wild Wild West and like Superman and the giant and mechanical spider a whole fiasco thing.
Man tells good stories.
Man does tell good stories. And
good
Evening
anecdotes.
With is well worth a watch, because he does have that art of storytelling.
Well, we went to a podcast recording here in Dublin, probably 10 years ago, when he was doing that.
With Jay.
I can't remember what he was called. He's done so many different podcasts. One of his podcasts with Jason Mewes was touring, and we went to see it, and it was pretty good as well. Yeah, just couldn't get into his later films.
No.
Yeah, I was a big fan. I actually had his spoken word tours before he did the podcast. He did like the Kevin Smith Speaks or Silent Bob Speaks things, or even Kevin Smith. That was what it was called. And it was like, I got it on import. There's 2 of them I got before we started doing the podcast, and obviously the podcast kicked in. I listened to all of them. slowly dropped off one by one, and I still listen to Tell 'em Steve Dave, which he had a hand in, which nowadays he's not too involved with them guys, but I am maybe even wearing the t-shirt. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm sure as the podcast wears on today, you will continue to show yourself as a far superior fan.
No, I did read the book, one of his books, and was like, there's way too much personal information being disclosed in this for my general taste.
I have heard that.
Like, there are some things I don't need to know, and I don't need the mental image of to haunt me with for the rest of my life. Sometimes the suggestion is more powerful than the full, description.
Absolutely. I've read the Clerks comic. That's good fun. And I've seen the Clerks cartoon.
I love that.
I absolutely love the fact that the second episode is a clip show of the first episode. Just genius. Pure genius.
Yeah, I love that one as well. I still quote that one occasionally. No, it's cold in here. Half cold. which yeah, they did actually mention in the Clerks 3. That was a line they dropped in there. It's like, yeah, okay. Super deep cuts.
I haven't got around to that yet. That's probably one I will eventually watch. Will be that, and probably the new Jay and Silent Bob one too, the reboot.
Yeah.
Just because Jay and Silent Bob. Who doesn't love them?
Yeah, I mean, Clerks 3 works better if you've watched Clerks and Clerks 2 before it. Because I watched it originally, I was like, okay, it's all right. But then you watched it
directly before it.
Yeah, I mean, I marathoned his entire film catalogue a couple of months back. Mrs. went out to do stuff, and I was like, okay, I've got days free, so I thought, okay, I'm going to grab a bunch of movies. Took all the Kevin Smith films I've got, watched them all in a row, and had Clerks 3 as the final thing.
Yeah.
And it works so much better when you've watched the entire series, and it hits you a bit harder.
Yeah. But shall we get on to the film in question today?
Yes.
As opposed to jumping around his varied filmography.
Yes.
And for a change, we'll go for a summary before we said absolutely shit about the film. Normally we've just waffled back and forth for ages. Haven't said shit. TS is a jackass, so his girlfriend dumps him. Brodie is also a jackass, so his girlfriend also dumps him. Together, the two guys head to the mall to alleviate their shared sorrows, only to find one's ex is already replacing him, and the other is about to appear on a dating show in the mall. With the help of two well-beloved stoners and the advice of a topless fortune teller, the guys resolve to get their girls back and possibly even learn to stop being jackasses along the way. Probably not the last part.
No, jackasses they will be.
Yeah, no, that was the one thing I remember, the one thing I did think watching back at this. It was like when we were watching back through Buffy, and it was like, these guys are jackasses.
Yeah, these guys are all dicks.
They're supposed to be like quippy, cool dudes, but they're mostly jackasses. You were saying Randall being
I would take Randall over Brodie any day, because Randall's kind of charming. He is. It's not this neckbeardy, all-knowing, I am the gatekeeper. And Brodie very much has gatekeeper vibes.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose. Especially because one of the
really
first things he says...
He really does fit the stereotype as well, because he lives in his mom's basement.
Yeah, I think with Brodie these days, he might swing it into the incel category.
Yeah, he's going that way.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit lucky with Renee.
Yeah.
And her low standards.
Yeah, I think if he had the internet, he'd be a lot more into conspiracy theories and how the Marvel Cinematic Universe is ruining comics, that kind of, Star Wars isn't the same anymore.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot harder to root for Brodie this in a 2023 Mallrats. Well, there'd be no mall to film it in, would there?
No, not really. They're a dying breed.
It is definitely a snapshot of that era in America. I know when I was watching it, I wanted to have that kind of life kind of thing. Go to a mall, hang out with friends. Obviously didn't have any friends or any malls to go to.
Yeah, we hung out around outside old shopping centres.
Better than me hanging around in Dublin city centre outside the fucking...
Central Bank, because you were a dirty little Temple Bar scumbag. Yeah,
nothing to do with the bank. It was just where all the goth and punk and metal kids hung out.
It was the alternative section of Dublin.
Yeah, it was just outside the Central Bank. So
yeah, I hung out down Stephen's Green because I had some class.
That was where the kids who took drugs went. But no,
because apparently the ducks are immune to everything, so you had to test it out.
Moving swiftly along.
I never gave anything to the ducks. They're fucking savage.
Yeah, even for me as a 14-year-old watching this, I think just because I had consumed so much American culture, I was kind of familiar with those kind of mall concepts and stuff. And yeah, it was these guys are cool. They have places to go like comic book shops and they talk quippy and...
There's kittens in there!
Yeah, they have friends who have nothing better to do than hang outside and say hello to the kittens and try Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's the characters of it all. It's the
setting doesn't really matter. It's just a backdrop to it. They're all people who happen to frequent this location and know each other through their frequenting.
Yes.
That.
Yeah, but everything else in it, I collect comic books. So yeah, comic book thing there, the music in it. Yeah, I listen to all that kind of music. It's I listened to the soundtrack last week when you said you were doing the film. It's one of the soundtracks I always wanted because I had the Clerks one. Mallrats never got available over here unless on import, and it was like 25-30 quid. So I'm not paying that much money. It's years before streaming, so now we have streaming. Not all of it's available because not all of it's available in this country.
Oh,
but yeah, you had Sublime, Bush, Elastica, Silverchair, Weezer, and a bunch of other bands which I describe as wine rock. That horrible nasally kind of vocals. It's horrible. But...
Yeah, I was gonna say because
it's that late 90s alternative college rock.
Everything you listed there is all stuff I like, but nearly everything that gets used in the movie is 90s alternative college rock stuff, and I'm not down for it. Well, the subtitles actually came up at one point as marijuana themed rock music.
That'll be Sublime then. Smoke 2 joints in the morning.
Watching things with the subtitles on, you get some little gems out of those.
Well, if it wasn't for the subtitles, I'd never have caught poopy trim.
Oh, when he gets scared.
When Willem gets startled. I never knew what he said there.
Oh, poopy trim was actually, because we was on about quotes, that's one of the things me and my friends used to do all the time, because it's like an in-joke with Kevin Smith and one of the people who works on a film. It's like a massive in-joke he's never fully explained unless he's on the podcast, but it's in pretty much all of the first 5 films at least. You always have the characters sort of just bolt upright and say poopy trim, because Jay does it in Dogma.
Yes.
I can't remember who does it in Chasing Amy. I don't think they do in Chasing Amy. Maybe it's like one of those cut scenes, because they cut quite a bit out of that. Because Tell 'em Steve Dave, the comic book guys, are in it, but that scene's cut completely.
Oh, right. I haven't seen it in so long. Actually, I haven't seen Chasing Amy in so long. As I'm the shittest Kevin Smith fan to podcast about Kevin Smith. I haven't seen it in fucking ages.
It's the film that he nearly got the Oscar nod for. He wouldn't have won, but it's like if he got the Oscar nod for that would have changed his entire trajectory of films.
Yeah, I think that was... Because I would have watched that probably at about 17 or 18, and I was like, oh yeah, this is his like deep one, if you know what I mean. And it kind of, yeah, like that.
Because Clerks is very much dick jokes.
Yeah. A bit more to it than that, but...
Clerks is the one you make with your mates, isn't it? You know your mates, you're going to do what they say and like go to their characters and you do what you know. And Mallrats is like, we're going to have loads of money and you do the same thing, but then it's a big corporate marketing mess kind of thing. And you make Chasing Amy, which is like the serious one, which gets like almost an Oscar nod, apparently. And it doesn't get it. So it goes back to Dogma, which is a bit serious, a bit of the jokey stuff, good mix of things. But Jay and Bob kind of kicked off, like everyone loved them, so they went back to them for the 5th film, and that's where it's kind of... Kevin Smith goes back into himself all the time, and that's why I think he has a fan base, and everyone thinks he appeals to the fan base only. So anytime he tries to step outside of it, it's like, he just does stuff for his fans, which is where all the in-jokes come in. So you watch all his films, you get all the in-jokes all the way through them. And all the back characters, and you kind of notice like cameos from people in the background. It's like he's director of photography and people who work with the company, stuff like that.
As a podcast who rarely explains the references we make, I appreciate using in-jokes that nobody else knows in your movies.
Oh, Willem. I adore Ethan Suplee.
Yeah.
Just him in this, just getting more and more frustrated with everybody. It's hilarious.
Yeah, apparently that character's supposed to be Scott Mosier's character in the first film, Willem Black.
Yeah, he's one of the 37.
Yeah, the Dirty 37. I only learned that a day before recording this.
Yeah. I hadn't made the correlation in my head that your one who drops dead of the aneurysm doing the 700th lap in the YMCA is the same one that they go to the funeral for in Clerks.
Yeah.
Because I'd seen these at such different times. I don't know why my brain never went, oh yeah, it's the same town. They all know each other. They talk about it.
Because the connection thing in this was something that blew my mind when I got to see Dogma. Because
that it's all in the same universe?
I saw this film, as I said, when I was about 14 on TV, and didn't realise it was supposed to be part of the Viewisk universe, or didn't have any concept of shared universes within films, really. And then I saw Dogma, and there's that bit where Jay and Silent... Well, I saw Jay and Silent Bob in it, and I was like...
What?
Yeah, it had been long enough, obviously, since I had seen Mallrats, that I was like, hey, it's just those two guys, and then they're sitting on the train with the angels, and they're talking about Bob swinging in through the dressing room. And I was like, holy shit, they're talking about that other film! Holy shit! It blew my tiny little mind.
Connected universes.
Yeah. But yeah, the film is full of just little...
Nods.
Well, all of his films are.
Yeah.
Full of little nods and references to others.
I mean, it is technically linked with the Scream universe as well, isn't it? Because they turn up in Scream 3.
Do they?
Have I seen Scream 3?
You not know that one? They turn up as like a cameo in Scream 3.
But the Scream films exist as films in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, because we see fucking Gus and... Or sorry, Wes Craven and Shannon Doherty. So that's confusing.
Yeah, and the monkey's the killer.
Yes.
People love monkeys. We love this monkey. See? Told you.
That's okay. Now
And
that's
then at the
another
end
thing.
of Mallrats
Speaking of things
with the
that
orangutan.
confused me. When I saw this the first time, I missed the first couple of minutes. And you know, at the end, the epilogue, Jay and Silent Bob walk off with a monkey. And I was like, did I miss a monkey at the start of this film? And then I saw Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, which heavily features a monkey.
That's
an
orangutan.
orangutan. And I was like, but it's got a different name. It's like, is that supposed to be the one from Mallrats? And then I got Mallrats on DVD and I watched it from the start. And I was like, oh no, that's just a stupid, shitty joke at the end that's confused me for the last 4 years. Apparently I had a lot of trouble with this film.
I think there's a comic that links them all, isn't there?
Probably.
That goes from this to that, or from Clerks to Mallrats or something like that. But I think Mallrats is supposed to be before Clerks because Julie Dwyer dies in that, and then they had the funeral in Clerks, so it's like a week before or 2 weeks before.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, because she's only just died the night before in Mallrats, whereas they're actually going to the funeral.
She had the fattest ass. Why does she say it like that? See, only bit I remember. What even is her name?
Who?
You're fucking...
Brandi.
Oh, Brandi. Of course she's a Brandi. Brandi with an eye with a heart on it. In fairness, given the dad, I'm not surprised. Like, she's too afraid to be a stripper.
Yeah, with a dad like that, she ain't going to be a stripper.
No.
The
Michael Rooker of it
always excellent, Michael Rooker.
And Michael Rooker's bum.
I take or leave Michael Rooker's bum, to be honest with you.
When he's doing all the karate chopping in the mirror.
But yeah, Brandi was one that never really sat with me either.
She's the only one that doesn't fit in the film, that you can easily see somebody else playing her.
Yeah, I think she's had a bit of reputation for being awkward as an actor, but then that may be a thing that you can look back on and be unjustified. You know, you get the actors who are looking out for themselves, and that comes across as being demanding. Because I know he had the same thing with the one in Dogma. I can't remember her name now.
Oh,
Bethany.
The lead in Dogma.
Yeah, bugger. No, it's not going to come to me anytime soon.
It's like Linda Forgiali.
Yes, Linda Fior something.
Italian sounding.
Florentina?
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and she got the same sort of thing where it's like, oh, she's very demanding and very hard to work with. And Kevin Smith, I think, said that about her. Other directors said that about her, but then other people have looked into it and said, no, she's just like going out for herself pretty much.
Yeah, no, she just won't put up with shit.
Yeah. It's not even so much that for me.
I just don't think she fits well with the cast. She's like, I kind of forget about her an awful lot until she comes in at the end, and then when she's doing the whole bit with like asking the suitors questions and they're having this big emotional conversation on stage, and it really is like she is just reading it off a teleprompter.
Yeah, well, I suppose she's really only in like 3 scenes?
Bit at the start with the station wagon where she's like, did you tell her about the camera adding 10 pounds, blah blah blah.
Then when Renee comes to see her and is like, I never should have given up TS, and I might seriously consider taking him back if you don't, or if he wasn't so hung up on you. And then
the big culmination, yada yada yada,
at the game show. So I suppose at least we don't have to put up with too much of her.
She only has scenes with 2 people, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she only has scenes with like TS and Gwen, and that's pretty much it. And she's not. I mean, she talks with Brodie at the end, but doing the quiz segment, but they're not actually in the same scene together. So it's like a complete disconnect from the film.
Yeah, she just doesn't. She's not in it. She doesn't feel like a natural part of it at all.
I guess that's why it never bothered me too much before, is because she's in it so little, and I've always just watched the film for watching it, never with kind of podcast eyes. And yeah, I was a bit like, she's a bit crap.
Because even like with Gwen, before they go up to her and are like, hey, it's you. Like, you've gotten an introduction with Gwen by Silent Bob smashing into the dressing room every time.
Yeah.
So then when they do get chatting to her, you're like, oh, hey, it's your one. Like, even things like the kid getting caught on the escalator, and then you hear that lovely, satisfying payoff later on.
Well, that's I think that's some of the stuff that I do love
that all feels
about
like
the movie.
natural about the mall.
Yeah, is nothing's ever. It's not just like we're not sticking with one character for their whole bit and then they're never coming back. They're dotted in throughout it, and then you've got gags that come in and out throughout it, like the kid on the stairs and the obvious like the back of a Volkswagen.
No.
Yeah, I think Willem gets more of a character development and more interaction than Brandi, because he interacts with quite a few people.
Willem meets the 2 lads. Not including all the random people who say about the sailboat, but like actual other characters. He meets the 2 lads.
Brenda.
He meets Brenda. Yeah, he meets Renee. Does he meet Jay and Silent Bob as well?
Yeah.
Everybody, I think,
so that's
says
5
hello
already.
To him. Yeah.
Stanley.
Yeah, he does meet Stanley.
Of course, yeah.
And then he eats that easel clear across that square.
One of my favourite bits of trivia was about Stan Lee, actually, and how he initially wasn't going to be in the film because he was like, I wouldn't say things like that. Like, I wouldn't have those kind of opinions and I wouldn't say things like that. And Kevin Smith was like, it's just make-believe, dude. Like, you're acting in a film. And I was like, just love the idea that Stan Lee didn't have the imagination to grasp.
Master of cameo?
Yeah, Stan Lee, master of cameos, didn't have the imagination to grasp a cameo doesn't have to be who you are.
Yeah. Also, how did Brodie not know that Stan Lee was doing a signing? If he is a Mallrat and he's a very proud Mallrat, surely he should have known.
Plot hole?
No, I think they just didn't tell him, because remember that security guard's like, I heard about you. I've been warned about you.
Security guard was Brian Johnson, wasn't it?
The only security guard I can think of is LaForce.
Good old LaForce.
Yeah, he's what's it? Arnold Schwarzenegger's mate.
Is he?
In those old Commando, Predator. He's in all those films.
Oh, right.
Like Stuntman.
Ah, right. Of course, so there's extra layers there that 14-year-old me didn't get, and subsequent me didn't bother to look up.
But yeah, doesn't have any lines in the film memorable.
Yeah, when we were sitting down to watch it, I was like, I could have sworn LaForce says at least 1 or 2 things.
No, he doesn't say anything at all for the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's Swedish or Norse, the actor is?
I have no idea where he's from.
Sorry, he's Danish.
Yeah. Sven Thorsen, isn't it?
Yeah, Sven Ole Thorsen. He was in Gladiator and Hard Target and Some of All Fears and The Running Man.
Oh, so I have seen some of his films. I thought I had something about how they didn't want to have Bob say anything in this film.
I think Bob's supposed to have 2 lines in this film.
Maybe that's what it was. Was that a thing at this stage, or was it just they were like, they made it a thing with this film?
Well, he wasn't supposed to speak in Clerks. Because I think there is a joke in Clerks 3, spoilers, that I think there's a line at the end of the film of Clerks where it's like, as many fine women in the world, not everyone brings you stuff at work. That was supposed to be Jay's line.
Oh, right.
But because he couldn't get it right, Bob says it. And it become a thing from then on that he says one thing in a film.
Ah.
So Mallrats obviously being the second film, it's like you only say the one thing.
Yeah, and he has the little speech at the end of Dogma as well. Not the little speech, but the little moment of wisdom to solidify Bethany.
Yeah, and Chasing Amy, obviously the Chasing Amy story.
Well, no, his Dogma line is no tickets. Isn't that it? When he chucks the 2 lads off the train. But I think my favourite line, as much as I enjoy his one line in this, I think my favourite one Silent Bob line is probably from Strike Back. The sign on the back of the truck said Critters of Hollywood.
Perfectly timed meow there.
But yeah, I suppose it's as good a time as any to talk about Jay and Silent Bob, because
Oh, Snuggins.
Yeah, Snuggins. Snoochie Boochies. Put my back out while I was doing your mum last night. Like... I mean, I think that is... certainly for me, that was the pull of this film. What brought me back to it, because it was the first one I saw, and I love the two characters. And then when I kind of realised, these are characters who show up in all of his films, I was like, yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm happy to go back to Mallrats, because they have a big enough role. Not compared to Dogma or anything, but... No,
I really enjoy them in Dogma, though. I like them in this because it's this silly... Like, in Clerks, they're just outside, and they do get up to some shenanigans, but it's all off-screen. In this, you get to see the shenanigans with the blueprints, with that small child who fucks it all up. That evil little kid who's just, like, stood in the corner, like, peeking. Who owns that child? Why is he just loose in the mall?
Calm down, Brodie.
Yeah, I like the devolution of Jay, where he gets stupider as the films go on. Because in Mallrats, he's still kind of smart. Clerks, he's like the mastermind, I think. He's quite smart and quite mean-spirited. Mallrats, a bit mean-spirited, but it's a comic book, comedic kind of one. But he's still quite smart.
Yeah.
Chasing Amy, he's just the one scene. Dogma, he's stupid.
Yeah.
That's when they fully go, yeah, he's the comic relief.
He's the idiot.
Yeah.
Full on. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a little bit more... I don't know if depth is the right word, but there's a bit more to him in Clerks and in this, because, yeah, he is still the brains of the outfit in this. Bob is the technical know-how.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing is they're hiding out from Trisha, because Trisha wants to find Bob to help with her video setup for her sex tape shenanigans.
Yeah, that's...
Research.
That's probably another thing that wouldn't hold up too well if the film was made in 2023.
Yeah, the 15-year-old who's sleeping with everybody for research for a book. Number one, the book would never get the grant.
No.
It's a little bit dodgy that they gave somebody a grant in that time for it too. And that's just the ridiculousness of the concept.
Well, she does look 36.
It doesn't even try and hide it.
No.
Oh, I thought she was 36. Come on, look at her.
That comes after your favourite line, isn't it? The New Kids line. You did mention that one.
Oh, yeah. Who's your favourite new kid?
Just
call me Joey. No, it's so wrong.
I never got it for whatever reason. Again, I think because the first time I saw it, I was that bit younger, and I was like, haha, New Kids on the Block, 90s reference. And then
She's
it just
15.
continued to fly over my head. And then for whatever reason, we were watching it or talking about it this time, and I was like, oh no, that's basically him just being like, yeah, tell me how young you are. Tell me how young you are. I was like, oh god. Oh, he's just so fucking creepy. Plus the added...
He likes to swoop in on girls who've been dumped by losers and show them a good time because it makes them vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's creepier and cringier. Well, definitely creepier, but it's cringier and worse to watch than the stink palm.
No, the stink palm. There's something glorious about the stink palm. Especially, like when Brodie's showing TS how to do it, and he's holding the bag of pretzels, and he goes to have a pretzel then afterwards, and is like, oh no. Oh well.
Stops, considers it, then shoves his face into the bag.
I just like the fact that Mr. Svennig gets diphtheria. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with Brodie? You really need to go to a doctor and get checked out. Like, that's not right.
Yeah, I know there's one country that got cut out completely.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember which country it was, but that scene, the stink palming, is completely wiped from the film.
So he's just thrown up for no reason?
It's just that the pretzels are a little bit off.
Ah.
That's pretty much it.
Oh, right. That's... No. Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, so have you ever stink palmed someone?
No.
No, but that sounds like a loaded question. So tell us. Have you?
I wanted to. I had like a plan to do it once. I'd been working as a security guard for like years. When I first started, it was the case of I'd go to loads of different sites all over the place. It's like no set job. The money would be up and down. And one time I got this job at a place that was really nice. Not the best job, but you know, it paid well, good hours, good location, like the people I were with. I was there for like a year and 4 months. And then it was like, I got the news that I was being moved on. Okay, I don't know why. Asked around a bit, and apparently it was because I was too quiet. great reason why to move someone for a job, because you're too quiet and you're not sort of socialising with people. It's like I've been here a year and a half nearly.
You're a security guard too.
But, yeah.
Like socialising like takes you away from the act of being vigilant.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at those two security guards I pay money for having a chat and not paying attention to.
Yeah, and they would move me on to another job, which wasn't too far away, but it was like losing nearly £200 a month.
Oof.
And I live in London. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I was really pissed off with this. So like, okay, revenge, figuring something out, figuring out who was responsible for it. And I found out it was the supervisor. I have no idea the exact reason, but I think it's because he sent a Valentine's gift to a staff member who then thought, when asked about it, they thought I sent it. So she quite liked me rather than him. So his revenge was to get me kicked off site for being too quiet. And it's like, okay, that petty little man.
Yeah, he deserved to get stink palmed.
Yeah, you should have stink palmed him.
Yeah. Fuck it, where is he? Can we go do it now? Screw that, I'll just throw a dip stain on his car.
But yeah, he's I thought, okay, I'll get him back for this. Stink palming, because big Mallrats fan. I thought that was a great way. But there's no way he's going to shake my hand. So yeah, last 2 weeks on the job, I absolutely just took the piss with it. I was like walking around the place talking to everybody, and I'd get called up on the radio by him. He's like, "Where are you?" He's like, "I'm having a chat with someone." Isn't this what you wanted? But yeah, the last day he rolls into work. He's wearing a big coat, like Chelsea football team fan. He's got the big manager's coat. He's got this hat on, this woolly beanie he wears all year round. But yeah, he wore this every day. He wore this woolly hat during the summer as well. And the last day, I found out what shift he's working. He's leaving doing the early shift. Okay, right. So all day I'm running around the building up a nice brown sweat. And half an hour before he leaves, I go to excuse myself to use the bathroom and use his hat to wipe my ass with.
Nice.
Hope you turned it inside out, used it, and then turned it back the right way around.
Dude, that's better than a stink palm, in fairness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because that's like, that shit's on your head.
I'm not a complete monster. It was the third wipe. Got a little bit out of the way, but yeah. But I made sure the badge really scratched my hole. And then 20 minutes later, he walked out of the building directly past us wearing the hat. Didn't say a word to anybody. I was like, yep, revenge.
Nice.
Great. And the postscript to that story, karma got him in the end anyway. Didn't need a stink palm at all. I went back there about 4 or 5 months later. He wasn't there. I was speaking to the other supervisor and he went, oh yeah, he got let go from his job. I was like, why? Oh, because he didn't have a house. He was like officially homeless. So I had to go back to live with his mum in Scotland. And what had happened was he walked on his wife being the middle piece in an Eiffel Tower with his two best mates.
Lovely. But then he was sending Valentine's Day cards as well.
Yeah. To somebody who wasn't his wife.
Yeah.
Everybody in that situation.
Then he found a room in a pub. You know, he hooked up with the landlady in the pub. Keep big again, you know, he's doing okay. And then she won big at the bingo, £20,000, and she kicked him out. So yeah, karma got him quite badly. He didn't need the stink bomb, but I'm glad I gave it to him. He deserved it.
That's the
fucker.
The cherry on top.
Yeah. Too quiet, my fucking ass.
Literally.
So yeah, that's my almost stink bomb. It would have stink bomb. It would have been great. Been a better story, but you know.
No, I think wiping your ass with his hat's pretty good. Oh, but yeah, no, that definitely sounds like his relationship was about as dysfunctional as fucking Brandi and TS's, or Renee and Brodie.
How long were they together, Renee and Brodie? Because she's talking about like family events and things like that, and he won't even let her meet his man. She has to climb in through a fucking window. Like,
again,
seriously, like
really not normal behaviour for a 20-something-year-old. Even if he's only 20 or 21, like, why are you hiding anybody from your family?
Like, I kind of wish we'd met his ma just at the very end or something and had her be some like kind of insane cougar. And been like, oh, this is why you don't want people to meet your ma.
She will sleep with all his friends.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
She's a bit of a Stifler's mom before there was a Stifler's mom.
But yeah, no, it is. It's that 90s like cliche of the comic book loser who lives in his basement. And I think I nearly feel like it should be the other way around. She should be ashamed of him.
Yeah.
And hiding him.
Definitely batting. But that's why I'd say he's more like an incel than the basement dwelling troll kind of thing these days.
Yeah.
She'd be definitely grateful he's sort of with Renee.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, I just, like, when she was talking about, like, that, she's like, oh, when we were at my granddad's funeral and you said, or my grandma's funeral, and you said you could see her nipples through her mourning clothes, like, I didn't complain. Or when I did the Mighty Mouse striptease, I didn't complain. And it was like, what does he do? Because he's got to be doing something.
Massive schlong. It
doesn't matter if you don't know how to use it.
True.
And she's already stated that, you know,
his libido. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, the whole taunting of the libido, which leads to the excellent post-sex dance in the elevator.
What
his
did you say
shimmy.
What did you say that was called, Dean?
Post-coital techno boogie.
Yes.
Fucking love it.
Because like TS and Brandi, you kind of get, he's a like all-American good boy. She's a bit of a bitch. Like you know that if she was around now, she would wear Uggs and drink pumpkin spice lattes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's not much better. He accuses her of being. Like,
he would be totally like, Jim Tan laundry as well.
But as in he accuses her of being a coward and a daddy's girl, but he wants to trash the show, but he won't do anything about it. So when Brodie's like, okay, well, I'll get Jay and Bob to do it, he's like, no, you shouldn't trash the show. Brodie's like, oh, well, your hands will be clean, and he puts up like the barest effort to try and stop them from it. So he's like, he won't do any of the stuff himself, but he wants the benefit of it. If you know what I mean.
Their relationship makes, in my mind, more sense for them to be together than Renee and Brodie.
Oh yeah, because they are both basic bitches.
Yeah.
I'll start with Gwen though.
Yes, definitely. we were already saying that Gwen and her sexy voice. Well, Joey Lauren Adams and her sexy voice.
Talk me to sleep any day of the week. I do love her in Dazed and Confused as well, but she's not in it for very much.
No. Hell, even dressed as Burt Reynolds, I'd still take her.
Didn't I look just like Burt Reynolds? Except for the moustache.
She has some cracker lines and delivery as well, actually.
Gwen is great in this. I love Gwen in this. Like, she's the voice of reason for both sides. And she's like, stop being stupid. And she gives them all the kind of perspective that they need. Also,
and she doesn't have to use the or slur to do it either.
No, she doesn't. But she does get one hell of a cracking fucking elbow in the tit. Because I know that hurt. That where he hits her was in the rib. That fucking hurts. And then is also like, why are you glowing? Yeah, that's it.
As she gets back
dying in pain.
She's still like, why are you glowing, Brodie?
So one of my favourite lines is from her is, we slept together once. Oh, that was you.
Yeah. Is that during Brodie's spooning analogy?
Yeah, when the cashier has to go off and have a moment.
That's
she's
what
like,
I
know
love.
exactly what he says. It's a brilliant analogy.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, he was like, that's basically what our whole relationship was, me trying to get comfortable. But it's like, yeah, dude, because you weren't willing to just, like, slap your arm over her.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that's it. Yeah, he's trying to make out, like, it's not his fault.
No, it's hers. He couldn't
find anywhere to put his arm. It's hers. Doubt it. But I briefly mentioned, probably one of the only things that really, really doesn't hold up is that use of the Orsler in there. A couple of times. I think it's 3 times, but...
Yeah, it's that and the bad F word.
Is that there? No. I missed that.
I don't think it's in this one, but I think it does pop up in Clerks, I think.
Yeah. We were watching, we did Warriors a couple of weeks ago, and it popped up plenty of times out of Ajax's mouth.
It was like, Ajax, thou doth protest too much.
Yes. Yeah, it's there 3 times in the film. Again, I don't think it would be used nowadays if the film was made nowadays, but then Brodie wouldn't be Brodie.
Yeah, it's that language is kind of, you just have to nod and go, yeah, okay.
Nah, it's there. We'll move on.
You can't go back and change it too much.
Oh yeah, I'm not suggesting they go back and like dub it over or anything like that. And it's not like it. I think the blowjob fart joke was probably worse.
That is rotten. I'm sorry. That is disgusting. That's actually possibly worse than a blumpkin. Because at least with the Blumpkin, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, you don't have that added surprise there.
No, I'll just...
But he was very relaxed at the time.
Yeah. Good job he hadn't had a roast chicken dinner.
But yeah, no, I think this is one of those films that I can watch over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, I think it's the film I probably can go back to the most with Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to watch. You can have it in the background. It'll be like the music and the occasional jokes, you can dip in and out. And when you kind of have to invest a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah. Always to watch the Easter Bunny getting beat up.
Yes. The first My Cousin Walt story as well.
Oh, by getting the cat stuck up his ass?
Absolutely sets the tone for the rest of the film as well.
But you do end up having like bizarre conversations with people that you've known for a really long time over really mundane, stupid things.
Oh, gotcha.
And he has the ability to make that interesting.
Mm.
And then you've got the goofy stuff going on around it with Jade, Silent Bob and their little plans and their blueprints trying to take out LaFours and then all his wonderful toys.
Where did you get all those wonderful toys?
So it's kind of like somewhere in between. There was like the transition film for him of trying to mesh these two worlds together.
Yeah, and it was his first big film, so there was that bit more studio interference, and I think they were kind of like, do Clerks again, but bigger.
Without the dick-sucking rant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's extended cut you can get hold of. I think the whole start of the film is like... Because I know they went with the Walt monologue about Cousin Walt getting a cat stuck up his ass. Which, yeah, sets the tone for the whole thing. But originally there was like a big convention type thing where TS is there and he upsets Brandi's dad. It's the whole thing. I've seen it.
The governor's ball.
Yeah, it makes no sense, really.
They reference it later when the executives are like, we better not have a fiasco like the governor's ball.
Yeah.
Oh, they actually shot that scene,
They shot that and they never
right.
used it.
Yeah, I've got the special edition DVD of it, and it has it on. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's like the one they went with sets the tone for the movie. Because like I said, I watched Clerks, then Mallrats, and then when I was recommended to people, I suggested Mallrats first because it's more easier to get into than Clerks.
Yeah.
Because Clerks like dialogue heavy, it's black and white. People are like, this is what is this?
Yeah.
It's black and white. It looks ugly. Mallrats looks ugly, but back then it was a bit different, and it's a lot easier to get into. Plus, with that monologue at the start, my cousin walking a kitten stuck up his ass, it's like that brings you into it. It sets the world, sets the tone. Yep.
Well, considering I only noticed that one of the fake shop fronts was called Rug Munchers the last time I watched it.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of generic shots of like 90s Americana in the mall. And like, and you don't really focus on the names of the stores. And then I was like, oh, that one's called Rug Munchers. And then Ivana in the Dirt Mall.
Oh, yeah.
Also, the Dirt Mall? What was it, like a flea market or something?
I don't know. I don't understand the different classifications of mall in America.
I don't know. I know there's the mall that the Blues Brothers drove through. There's this mall, and apparently there's a dirt mall. And there's a strip mall. Why?
Well, the dirt malls are like people with second-hand goods, handcraft stuff like that, rather than major outlets.
It's a car
Is it like
boot
a
sale.
permanent car boot sale? Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It's a real-life Etsy.
Yeah, I mean, we had one near us for years. It was like little stalls. I think Borough Market is actually still counted as like a kind of like that. That's more.
And Camden?
Definitely more at market nowadays. Yeah, Camden used to be like that.
Only these are in actual buildings and not got the little like pop-up tent
Things.
Yeah.
And they housed 3-nippled fortune tellers.
All I can think of is that one in EastEnders where they all have the stall.
What is it with you and bringing up soaps on this podcast?
I don't know. But yeah, 3-nippled fortune teller. Way to go.
So I'm trying to find the trivia on that one. I think that the Dirt Mall's the same one as in Dawn of the Dead, or
I think they tore it down.
I know one of the podcasts tell them, Steve, they did something at a Dirt Mall when they first started, and that's pretty much what the Dirt Mall in Mallrats is kind of based around. It is like small sellers selling their own stuff and like retail outlets, stuff being bought wholesale from them and then sold onto the public for dirt cheap money. It is like a black market almost. Pretty bootleg DVDs in there.
Oh, you wouldn't pirate, you wouldn't
You wouldn't download a bear.
yeah.
But yeah, any other things that you particularly love or not love about this film?
Not love. Let's say it's an ugly film, colour-wise. So bright and it's like a sitcom kind of deal.
Yeah, it's very kind of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's almost the exact same colour palette.
Yeah, it's
the exact same colour palette as Saved by the Bell, which is also the same colour palette as everything in the 90s, which was they should be bright, but they're kind of a pastel version of every colour.
Yeah.
Because shell suits kind of, I think, scared us all in the very early 90s because they were like super bright and shiny. So they took it down a little bit. Like the hair got smaller, the colours got a bit muter.
Do we think it's a 90s thing, or is it a Kevin Smith moving to colour thing?
Kevin Smith has said himself that he isn't exactly a great cinematographer. Like single camera static shots are kind of his thing, so I think he might have tried to get a little bit fancy in this.
Yeah, he does make the joke in Clerks 3 on that one, where it's saying about the colours and stuff, and that's the Silent Bob joke in it. But yeah, that thing I can't. Yeah, because I know another film at the time, similar, Empire Records.
Yes, I am a big fan.
It's the same sort of thing, but it's shot so much better. It has that kind of look to it colour-wise, but still it looks good on that one rather than this one, where this one's just like every light shining. It's like, yeah.
It's Liv Taylor in the tiny fuzzy jumper, and then Robin Tunney shaves her head.
Yeah. But yeah,
and is in The Craft.
This does have kind of a, I don't want to say TV movie, but maybe TV show more kind of vibe to the visuals.
Yeah, it is a little bit more kind of. Do you know what it's actually really similar to? Is Buffy the movie.
I haven't seen that in so fucking long.
But it kind of same era, same kind of style. Nothing too showy or flashy. It's just there, except for at the very end where it's all black and because Pee Wee Herman.
No, I think I can get past the visuals. I think, like, it's not a deal breaker for me by any means. I can see where you're coming from. All right, I see it myself. Like, but I can get past it. If
it was any other director, not Kevin Smith, because I don't really expect great visuals from him. It is more a lot of his stuff is dialogue driven. Yeah,
if it wasn't for the comedy and the dialogue, yeah, this film would absolutely look like shit.
If it didn't have that as almost as a distraction. Not as a distraction, but you don't really mind the other stuff that's going on because you're so engaged with their conversation.
Yeah.
I think everything else I really enjoy with it. Like I say, the relationships and the characters are they're not really in depth, are they?
No. But I can pass on Renee and Brandi. Renee and Brodie doesn't bother me so much. I care a little bit about whether or not they get back together. I really don't about TS and Brandi.
Except for the fact that they shouldn't because they're super fucking dysfunctional and it just seems like a bad idea. Because it's like, oh, we broke up this morning. We've been doing this off again, on again thing. Marry me. No. and even when they're on stage before Brodie's before he kind of has a go at them and tells them both to get back together, they're both just trying to like score points. She's saying, oh, he did this and he did this and he did this, and she's like, well, why don't you tell them what happened today? And straight away he just lodges into it like, so there we were, only too ready to tell the story to the whole fucking audience, and they are more concerned with scoring points than actually making a resolution. If that was a realistic relationship that happened today, you know it would appear on fucking Am I the Asshole on Reddit. Yes. They'd be like, everyone's telling me an asshole, but I don't think I am. I'm just going to propose to her at when Jaws pops out of the water.
So if this was today, Brodie would be a full-on incel and TS would be on those forums saying he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
A supreme gentleman.
He's a trademarked nice guy.
Yeah, I don't understand what I did wrong. All I did was make a girl kill herself.
None of them are
scream at you for trying to fix
it.
When we finish recording, can we go on to Am I the Asshole and pretend we're TS and describe this?
So I made a comment to a girl about how TV makes you fat, and she ended up swimming a whole load of laps and popped an aneurysm in her brain. And everyone's saying it's my fault.
I think you should keep it vague enough that people won't immediately cop it's the plot to Mallrats. but close enough that those who know the film well will be like, yeah.
I think that would work.
I'm going to do that. I'm definitely going to do that.
Oh, no. You should go on and be like Dante. And my girlfriend has a sordid history. Yada, yada, yada.
Oh, there'll be enough of genuine comment. There'll be enough of actual Dantes up there that I don't think I need to do that.
I think that one's been done.
It probably has.
Yeah.
You see the magic number 37. Yeah.
How about you then, Ciara?
What?
Any final bits you loved or bits you hated?
I just love everything to do with LaFours and his little like French straw hat thing. The whole chase sequence when Jay clunks him on the back of the head and is like, "No, Pavorzad!" And they run off and they're getting the chase by the LaFour squad because that's how they're all credited.
You're shitting me.
It's the LaFour gang. It's either gang or squad. Are all his little minions. But just the foiling of LaFours, that whole like thing subplot with the blueprints, because a mate of mine in college had those 2 blueprints as like posters, and I loved them. That whole thing, and just them beating up the Easter Bunny. But everything that they're doing kind of in the background, popping in and out, and just being like, yo, and then wandering off again. Yeah,
I think I'd agree. Jay and Silent Bob would be definitely a highlight for me in this. I do love some of Brodie's like rants about kids and escalators and stuff like that.
I just love the Superman Lois rant, and then Stan Lee turning around and being like, he's awfully obsessed with superheroes' genitals. Yeah. You might want to go and have him checked out, you know? It's like, yeah, okay, he talks about this way too much.
Oh, yeah, no, I just love this film. I know I said how shit of a Kevin Smith fan I was at the start, but this, Clerks, Dogma, and Strike Back would be my top 4 of the ones I've seen. I love them so much. I could sit down and watch any of them.
I really enjoy Ben Affleck being a nonce in this.
Well, nonce isn't...
No, but he does play it really well. He does that. He really has that kind of smarmy fucking I'm better than you thing going on.
Oh, no, he does. Yeah, he plays it excellently.
Like, he does it really, really well. And then having him, like, because it's very similar to the character in Dazed and Confused. And then you get a complete turnabout. Not turnabout, but in Dogma, he's angry, but it's with a purpose. In this, he's just angry at the world.
Well, yeah, I think by the time Dogma rolled around, he was a much bigger name. And
in later films, he's angry that he has to pay back Kevin Smith for putting him in films.
Yeah. And making him say things like he likes to get prey on girls when they're vulnerable after breaking up with Simple.
And the backstage stories coming out where he's putting his penis on people's shoulders.
Oh no.
Just you. There you go.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever tire of watching the early Kevin Smith films.
No.
And on your recommendation, I think I will have to go and check out some of the later ones.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Red State good, yes. Tusk.
Nah.
You might like it. I know that it has big fans, but it's half a good film. If you like that, or really enjoy that, you might like Yoga Hosers, but I couldn't get past 20 minutes of that one.
I don't know. I don't think I'd be...
Jay and Silent Bob reboot?
I'll watch 3 and I'll watch Reboot. Anyway, definitely. I might give Red State another shot. Maybe I just came in at the wrong part of the film for it to catch me.
Jersey Girl?
Do you know, I think I will. No, do you know, I think I will. Because when Jersey Girl came out, I was like, fucking Jennifer Lopez ruining Kevin Smith films. I'm not watching that.
Then I made you watch The Cell.
And then, yeah, I had never watched it. And then I watched The Cell. And she's actually really fucking good in The Cell.
Yeah.
So, I might. Should I?
Yeah. Jersey Girl, it got like real shitty reviews and like everyone was really sniffy about it. And again, it's one of those things where Kevin Smith...
But was that for the same reasons I was?
Yeah, possibly.
That it was like, it's not a Kevin Smith film.
It's one Kevin Smith film, which alienates a lot of people who think he only makes films for his fans. Then you got J-Lo and Ben Affleck, where it's like, they're the power couple. Geely was really bad, so no one wanted to see it.
Geely was awful.
What do you mean?
Oh, Geely was bad.
What do you mean? Gobble, gobble.
And it was a rom-com as well, and I think it was Made in Manhattan out around the same time.
Yeah.
Or like, there was a lot, it was that time when like it was all stupid fucking rom-coms. And
has that ever stopped?
No, well, some of the really, really bad ones have, like Shallow Hal.
I think they just stopped being as big.
Yeah. But there was a lot of them, and this was just like another one in the mix as well.
Yeah, but I think Jersey Girl had all those issues with it, and when I watched it, I was like, okay, it's not going to be great, but I kind of enjoyed it, and it would have benefited from having more Jennifer Lopez in at the start, because they cut an entire chunk out of the film, because it's like they damaged the reputation of the film, so they cut a load out. So it's that start bit with her in is shortened, and you think it could have been better if she was in it for longer, because you didn't hate them. It was like an entire relationship there. And there's the whole thing of like there's a director's cut still to come out, which should come out. I think he should sort of reconsider doing it, because I think there's like an extra 30 minutes at least they could have added onto that. I think they've cut out of it. But yeah, it's a good enough film.
I think I owe it to Kevin Smith to check out a little bit more of his filmography, in fairness.
Oh, and Stephen Root is in it. I really like him.
Well, they cop out.
Which? Oh, Cop Out. Yeah, no, no. Don't know about that one.
No, Jersey Girl, George Carlin with his dad. Yep. Great.
Oh, I didn't know George Carlin was in it. One more positive.
And no, Stephen Root.
And Stephen Root.
Yeah.
Two more positives. Yeah, okay, I'm sold on this more than I was on Tusk at the start of the
Jason
podcast
Biggs,
anyway.
but that might be a negative.
Oh, the pie fucker.
Yeah, the pie fucker's in it. And of course his wife's in it, because she's always in everything.
Is there any point in doing our usual Monorants recommends? Because I think so many people have seen Mallrats, and if you've seen it, you probably love it, and you're going to watch it again regardless of whether or not we tell you to.
Yeah.
But watch it. Do.
If you haven't watched it in a while, watch it.
Thumbs up for me.
Yeah, no, definitely a thumbs up. And I would like to thank you, Dean, for joining us. And I should probably give you a chance to do a little bit of a promo, because I didn't at the start of the podcast. So if you'd like to tell our listeners where they can find you and what you do, work away. Okay,
you can find me at totalcultzone.com. That's all my stuff on there. Wherever I am on the internet, it is on now. totalcultzone.com. Yay.
Yay, indeed. No, definitely check it out. I love listening to all your shows, and have had such a good time when we came on and created our world, and then quickly descended into genocide because of E.L. James and her stupid scientist stealing ways.
Well, hopefully have you on for the 5th season.
Yes, would love to come back.
Definitely.
But thanks for joining us today, and thanks for joining us the other day, because advance apologies if the sound quality is a little bit dodgy in this. We had some internet issues here at the murder firm when we tried to record, so this is taking place across 2 days. So double thanks to you for joining us.
I had to go dig the bodies back up. I'm sorry. I put them in the wrong place and they interfered with things.
I keep telling you, yes, the body placement is important for
but
reception.
How am I going to continue my experiments?
But yeah, so we got there in the end. And thanks for joining us, Dean, and thanks for listening, guys. If you want, in the meantime, you can head back and check out our previous episodes before we come back next week, or you can check out our other podcast, Monorants the Boys. You can come and find us on Twitter at rantsmono, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, and you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. Oh, no, we're not done, because we are not undecided for films next week.
No, we're not.
For a change, we have a whole month of things lined up.
Yeah, just because I'm a little bitch and I want to make you watch kids' films.
See, I was going to say that because I love you so much and it's your birthday, we're going to have the Don Bluth birthday month, where we watch some of the films that from Don Bluth
traumatized me as a child.
Yeah, traumatized you and or you love from your childhood.
They kind of do both at the same time, because bits of them are fucking terrifying and apparently had a lasting effect on me.
Well, we'll find out how I feel about them next week when we start things off with All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yay.
But as I said, thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for joining us, Dean. And we will be back next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We are Science Fiction Remnant.
This is the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We are the Caribbean Science Fiction Network.
We are Monorats.
We are One Accord Level 2 Podcast.
This is Jesse from Sudden But Inevitable and Open Pike Night.
This is Sci-Fi.